Mizzou Athletics has a new sheriff in town, and his name is Mac Rhodes. The university officially announced yesterday that the former Houston vice president of athletics will take over as the new athletic director of the Tigers. Rhodes brings with him an ambition and a pretty impressive ability to raise funds. Rhodes was with Houston for the past 6 seasons, where he saw the Cougar sports programs make great strides. During the 2013-14 school year, 10 of Houston's 17 sports programs participated in postseason play. Rhodes also made some ambitious hires during his time at Houston, including Kelvin Sampson, the former Oklahoma and Indiana head basketball coach. He also recently hired the top assistant coach in the country in Tom Herman, who was the offensive coordinator for the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. Rhodes has a reputation as a great fundraiser, as he oversaw the completion of several sports complex upgrades at Houston. MU Chancellor Arboen Lofton said Rhodes will take over sometime in late April. His introductory press conference will take place at 2 p.m. today at the MU Student Center. Be sure to follow on KOMU-8 tonight for all the highlights. Rhodes proved the ability to raise money and use it toward the improvement of athletic facilities at Houston repeatedly throughout his 6 years at the school. Houston raised nearly $100 million in funds during his time there. They infused $160 million into sports complexes, including a brand new football complex, and he negotiated a top 5 facility naming rights deal in all of collegiate athletics. Here's what Rhodes had to say. The University of Missouri is a world-class institution, and I am honored to serve as its next athletic director. I look forward to traveling the state to meet the fans who are the heartbeat of the Tigers. One of the many sports programs Rhodes will be overseeing is the Missouri softball team. They're in pretty good shape as it is. The Tigers are the number 21 team in the country, and they were looking to sweep conference rival South Carolina yesterday. Tori Finucane on the mound. She was lights out as usual. Eleni Page thinks she has a leadoff walk. Think again. She goes down on strikes. Second batter, she can take a seat as well. Finucane, 3 strikeouts through 4 innings. Wasn't getting that much run support, though. It was scoreless in the 5th, but not for long. Freshman Amanda Sanchez, she gets all of this one. That's her second home run in as many games. Tigers go up 1-0. Later on, Mizzou up 3-0. Sammy Fagan with a line drive up the middle. That'll score 2, and Mizzou is going to get the sweep and wins this one 8-0. Born in Chesterfield, raised in Kirkwood, molded in Columbia, now employed in Kansas City, Jeremy Maclin is coming home. The former Mizzou wideout has reportedly agreed to a 5-year, $55 million contract with the Chiefs, and he can do so starting today at 3 p.m. as NFL free agency officially begins. Maclin was a key member of one of the best Missouri football teams ever in 2007, and he will join former quarterback Chase Daniel in Kansas City. That duo was one of the best quarterback-wide receiver combos in the country in 2007 and 2008. Maclin will also be reunited with former Eagles head coach Andy Reid. Last season, Maclin put up some huge numbers to earn his sizable contract, and boy, do the Chiefs need the help. Last season, Maclin totaled 85 receptions for 1,318 yards and 10 touchdowns. The Chiefs' top 3 receivers combined didn't reach some of those marks. Remarkably, Maclin had just 6 fewer catches, more than 100 more yards, and 10 more touchdowns than all 3 of Casey's top wideouts from a year ago. Seems like there were new sports hires all over mid-Missouri yesterday. Helias announced that Tim Rulo will take over as their new head football coach. He has quite the shoes to fill after Helias' recent success. Rulo coached at South Callaway High School last season and really turned that program around. The Bulldogs went 14-1 and dominated their competition all year long, with the exception of Lamar, who they lost to in the Class II state title game. He replaces Phil Pitts, who left Helias to join the Mizzou football program.
Any time that you have, whether it be a former head coach asking you questions and challenging your X's and O's, which it's only the second interview I've ever had to draw a play up on the board, so that was fun. So I felt like I passed the test, though. I drew the X's and O's correctly, so that was good.
You guys excited to see Jeremy Maclin back in the state of Missouri?
Oh my gosh, super excited. It's my son's Chiefs fan. Oh yeah, well, my son's favorite player, husband's favorite team. So I mean,
magic combo.
The Chiefs could really use the help at wide receiver.
Lots of no recorded touchdowns by any wide receiver.
Exactly. That's remarkable. And they weren't even a bad team either.
No,
they were a pretty competitive team. They almost made the playoffs without a receiver scoring a touchdown.
Right. Just couldn't get a wide receiver to score a touchdown. They had one, and then it was called back.
Problem may be solved now.
You've talked to your husband too much about this.
Oh, I remember this. This was a deal.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.